comes to us from Senator Blackwell. And what this bill pertains to would be with the airbows or pre-pneumatic discharge weapons. Currently, to my knowledge, this is already being allowed by the department, but we just wanted to codify this from what I understand with Senator Blackwell. I know we have some people from the department. Is there anything that y'all would have to say about that, or in favor, against? Is it correct that we are already allowing this? Department is good with it. So with that, that's pretty much the explanation of it, other than it would allow the commission to declare a special season for the chronic waste and disease sampling. And it just defines the date and when it could be used. But with that, is there any discussion on the bill? Motion is title sufficient, do pass from Senator McCon. Is there a second? Second by Senator Suber. We ready to vote? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. We're going to skip down to Senate Bill 2498, which comes to us from Senator Sojourner. And this is dealing with skiing, water skiing. And basically it would allow that currently you have to have a spotter in the boat, and this would allow you to use a mirror as a spotter. Anything the department would like to say in regards to that, or department is fine with that as well. So we have the department support on that as well. Is there any discussion on the bill?
Title sufficient, do pass.
Motion is title sufficient, do pass. Do I have a second? Second from Senator Hickman. We ready to vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. We will skip to Senate Bill 2505. This bill, what it would do would basically allow the department to include organ donor registration on the hunting license. And from my understanding, this would be on the online renewal phase of the license. And we have several people here with the department. Is there anything that you'd like to say or speak to on that bill? We in favor? The department seems to be in favor of this. So is there any discussion on this bill?
Motion title sufficient, do pass.
Senator Suber made the motions, title sufficient, do pass. Do I have a second? Seconded by Senator McCon. We ready to vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and that bill carries. So we're going to go to Senate Bill 2495. This bill is very familiar to the bill that we passed out of this committee last year with a few minor changes. Section 1 just states that it creates a special fund designated as the Mississippi Outdoor Stewardship Trust Fund. And it goes on through the bill, and it states that the special funds would be appropriated by the legislature annually. The board would make recommendations to the legislature, in which the legislature would choose whether or not to fund these projects. Different projects could be providing funds to counties, municipalities, or state agencies to provide improve state parks, trails, county parks, municipal parks, restoration of enhancement projects, lots and lots of different conservation-minded issues. Line 108 in the bill would establish the board. You'd have 3 members of the board appointed by the governor, 2 appointed by the lieutenant governor, advising consent of the Senate. And that is a basic explanation of this bill. Are there any questions or discussion on the bill?
I got a few questions there, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
When we go to lines 40 through 43, it's the same question I believe I've asked previously in meetings that we've had. I don't want this to end up being a soccer field, biking track, jogging track kind of deal. If this is going to be outdoor stewardship fund, can you assure us that this language in here is not gonna allow for, expanding to those levels? You read it, it does say hunting, running, jogging, biking, walking, shooting facilities, similar outdoor activities. So
Well,
I'm concerned about, are we gonna end up with a soccer field, soccer mom, what we gonna end up?
Well, I don't know that I don't know that you would exclude that since you have the provision that deals with the access to the municipal or the county parks. So you're always going to have that aspect in it. However, when the board makes the recommendations, the legislature will be the ones to appropriate the funds.
So we'll retain autonomy to approve it or to disapprove it through this body.
Yes, sir. Any other,
Mr. Chair.
any other questions?
Yeah, that's just all.
Any more discussion? For a motion? Oh, I'm sorry. And also I wanted to insert a reverse repealer in this bill. So I believe Senator Suber made the motion for the reverse repealer in the bill.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion, we have a reverse repealer.
Is there a second on that? Senator McCon seconded that. Vote on the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Committee sub. So the motion will be title sufficient, do pass, committee sub by Senator McCon. Is there a second? Seconded by Senator Kaufman. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Bill carries. We will go to Senate Bill 2503. And basically what this bill does, if you go to line 15, with advice and consent of the Senate, the executive director may serve a term of 4 years and shall be eligible for reappointment at the end of each term. The executive director seeking the reappointment for another term should be subject to the approval and appointment of the governor with the advice and consent of the governor, which basically means that the executive director would have to come up for confirmation from the Senate reappointment of the governor at the beginning of every 4-year term. Is there any discussion on the bill? Senator Sparks.
I do see in the bill where it addresses if a vacancy shall occur, it's not prohibited to appoint someone. If they are appointed, or do they have an interim title until they come before the body and are confirmed? Because the 4-year limitation, if somebody is appointed in the middle of the governor's term, just want to make sure we're clear on the language that we're not limiting someone appointed term, the governor's term.
The way that I would understand this, say if someone was appointed in year 2 of a term or year 3 or beginning of year 4, they would be appointed, and with advice and consent, they would be the executive director. But the following term, whomever the governor would be, would have the option to make their appointment, whether that is the same appointment or a different appointment.
I do want to make sure on the language that if we appoint someone mid-term and is it, let's say the governor's term limited, so we know we're going to have a new governor in the next cycle, that governor still has the right to appoint. Because I think based on the statute that this position is removed for cause, not a typical reappointment, if I remember correctly.
I believe you are correct, but the way I understand this bill, at the beginning of every term, the governor would have the appointment. And we'll work on this, and we'll dig into this a little deeper and make sure that that's exactly correct. To my knowledge, that's the way it is, the way I understand it. But I don't mind working with you to make sure that is. We can do whatever we need to right now. We can insert a reverse repealer if you'd like, or we can just look at it and make an amendment on the floor if we need to.
I'm certainly fine if we look at it, we're comfortable with it
Okay.
or not. If we have it on the floor,
Well,
it's okay.
I'll say to you that we will go back and work on it, make sure that the language is as we need.
Thank you,
Any more discussion?
I'll tell you about it.
Motion is title sufficient to pass. There's second. Second by Senator Hickman. We ready to vote? All in favor? All opposed? Bill carries. And that is the end of the meeting. We have a motion to rise and report.
Here, you need to take a